Hi and welcome. I'm Caroline Best of the Tao of Horsemanship, and today we're going to be talking about 3 specific topics for Everything Horses and More video library. The first topic today is the 3 most effective ways to connect with your horse. And I'm going to be demonstrating, if the camera wants to show where Lovey is, with Lovey, I'm going to be demonstrating the 3 effective ways in just a minute, but I'd like to talk and explain a little bit more about each. So the 3 ways in my method specifically, and that's why you're here, because you're attracted to my way of being and working with horses, most specifically the relationship that I have, and the relationship that not only I've developed with my horses, but I'm able to maintain and nurture and carry throughout all of our work together. There's always a relationship in everything we do. And that is achieved through mind, body, and heart practices. So the 3 most effective ways to connect, again, would be number 1, mind. Number 2 will be through the body language. We'll talk a little bit more about what I mean, and then the heart. So the mind, what do I mean when I talk about the mind, connecting with the horse's mind? Well, let's make this really simple and easy. The mind shows up when the horse is engaged. Just like I'm looking at the camera, I'm looking at you right now. That allows for engagement and a 2-way conversation. And that's a level of connection. So as long as I'm looking at you while you're speaking, you know you have my attention. So the mind shows up when the horse is paying attention to you with 2 eyes and 2 ears on you. There's nothing more frustrating or irritating than wanting to have a conversation with another and they're not looking at you. So if you're the camera and you're talking to me and I'm looking over there, or I'm picking at my fingers, or I'm on my cell phone, obviously you only have a part of my attention, some of my attention, but not all of it. And we need all of it to have this deep level of connection that I'm talking about and that I demonstrate all the time with my horses. And I can't emphasize enough that everything I show you in my videos is to achieve that magical level of relationship and riding as one all the time, so that you can achieve this way of being and working with your horse and have it with you all the time. But you've got to be able to get the mind, and you've got to be able to get the body to follow you and join you, and you have to have the soul of your horse, the heart of your horse. So we just spoke about what the mind is. What do I mean by that? How does it show up? Let's talk about the body. So the body shows up when your horse is physically being with you and is hooked onto you, joins you, and follows you. So it's not just being in the same space with your horse, because your horse could be grazing or eating their food or just standing there enjoying you grooming them, but it doesn't mean they're completely connected to you. So when you're looking to have the deep level of connection that I talk about and show all the time with every horse, all the time, you need the mind first, number 1. You need the body, and the body needs to hook on to you, and I'll demonstrate this in a little bit with Lovey, and stay with you, join you. And the heart, this is the most important piece, and I know that I've left it for number 3, the 3rd aspect of connecting. But the heart is often the hardest, the most challenging or difficult piece to get with your horse, just like it is with any relationship. You have to earn that. You have to earn trust. You have to develop respect, earn respect with your horse, and you have to earn their heart. And the heart, this shows up in your horse wanting to be with you, leaving their food, choosing to be with you, leaving their pasture mates, choosing to be with you. And the heart is the depth of the relationship. It tells you the truth of the relationship. And another magical way of the heart showing up all the time is when the horses, and you see this often in my videos and everything I'm doing, whether it's being with them, doing groundwork, standing and talking, or riding, they want to hug you, they want to touch you. And when they do, it's how they show up in that process. Do they wrap themselves around you? Do they lean into you with their heart chakra? Lean into you when you're getting ready to mount? Close their eyes softly and quietly because they feel so safe and they are enjoying that space with you right then and there. So there's many ways that the heart shows up. And for me, even though the heart is the biggest aspect of this, it is the relationship and it is the most important, it's often the most challenging to obtain and achieve. So that's why I put it as third. You always want to have your heart open. You always want to be talking to your horse, touching them, loving them, hugging them, kissing them, whatever you need to do for them to feel you. And I mean really feel your heart, just like hugging another person, someone that you love. But it's often the hardest thing to achieve is that heart connection because of trust. And so many of our horses have had negative experiences and their hearts have been slightly broken, honestly broken. Their spirits have been broken a little bit through former training and relationships. And so I'm setting it up where the mind, you can't have a conversation, you can't work with your horse if they're not paying attention to you, or you're going to be pulling and grabbing on them all the time. So we need to get the mind first. Then we'll go and get the body. We'll do exercises, which I'll demonstrate in just a bit, to help that body. And then we'll work on the heart. The heart will be part of this whole process with lots of praise and lots of love. All right, I'm going to go and grab Lovey in just a minute and show you how we can work on this. Now we're going to demonstrate with Lovey 3 simple ways to connect with your horse, the most effective. Because I say effective because this way of being and being together and working together on the ground is what you're developing it so that it carries over into your riding. So that your horse is always looking for you, always wanting to connect with you, and especially when you ride. And it is the secrets, my secrets to being safe with horses, both on the ground and riding. And again, the relationship is the #1 thing that motivates horses. So we talked about mind, body, and soul. Soul being the relationship, the heart of your horse. And as you can see, how does it show up? Lovey's really connected to me and leaning into me. And if I move back just even a little bit, she might turn and hug me or put her face in for kisses. This takes time to develop, you guys. It's a way of being, and it's your heart. She's coming into my heart chakra, my heart, literally. She can feel it. And look at her eyes. Look how relaxed her eyes are in this really light, soft lick and chews of relaxation and comfort and ease. So we're already creating the mindset for her to go into the work together. I have a longer version video of this on my YouTube channel and in my video library that we're promoting. So I'm not going to get into too much detail, but the mind shows up when your horse is connected to you and paying attention to you. So every time I move or go somewhere, is my horse glued to me? Both in mind, you just saw the body come, and in her heart. So like I said, if you want to see an exercise on this, you'll have to join the video library. But every exercise of mine in my Mastery Membership Program is about developing the safest, best relationship and riding foundation from start to finish, and teaching you my apprenticeship program, basically how to do this, how to teach this to your horse and learn this yourself. So that every exercise of mine always includes those 3 fundamental ways of being in mind, body, and soul. All of my work does. Every bit of it, from the liberty to the ground, to the lunging, to the riding, to everything we do, to grooming, to bathing, to the vet, to everything is about this. And it's not just Lovey. You see this way of being with all of my horses, and I have many. And every horse that's come to me for training, I develop this foundation, but I don't develop the depth of relationship because it's very personal, and I wouldn't want that. We develop a friendship, definitely, but I wouldn't want to go any deeper and cross those lines with my client and their horse. There's a difference between friendship and relationship. Similarities, it's very similar but different. That's a whole nother video. So the most important thing is achieving this so that everywhere you go, your horse wants to be with you. In mind, they're paying attention. In body, they're hooked on and joined up. And in heart, in your soul, in everything. And that's how it shows up. How does it show up if I were to lunge her? Is she connected to me? Yes. Is she paying attention? Yes. I need her to back up, and then I need to send her out. Good. Good girl. I work with energy. I work with rhythm. I work with embodiment. I teach all of this so that you can ride as one with minimal to no aids, but only you and your body. Can't get any safer than that. So if I'm asking my horse to walk right now in my mind and in my energy, and I come to a HALT, how does that show up? A halt. She's always connected, huh? Always. How does it show up when you go to get on? Your horse always wants to be with you. Always thinking about you. I don't care which side. I just don't want her paying attention to the picnic table. Thank you, sweetie. It doesn't get much better than that. You have a thinking horse. You have their mind. Now, if I want to change sides, I need her mind again. So she's looking. Come. Good girl. Thank you. And now I have this side. You can't have that. It's not a technique, you guys. It's the most obvious way I can show you true connection and the ability to have a conversation, to be able to talk to your horse both quietly and energetically. And so she's following my focus. She's following my energy. What am I saying inside quietly? Come here. And I'm breathing with that. And where do I want her now? Right there. Good. And right here. Pretty cool, huh? I just put her front feet right there. That's how real it is. Now I need her closer so I can get on. Thank you, sweetie. Good girl. Yeah, thank you. So you see how much she's paying attention? That's a conversation. Wouldn't you like to have this while you're riding? This is, you develop this way of being on the ground. Mind, body, and soul, and you take it into everything. Thank you. May you always be one with your horse, and I look forward to your comments or questions.